Hello guys, in this video we are going to see about if else. In our last class itself we have seen about if else, but in this class we are going to see about if else in a deeper way. So it will be really interesting and useful for you. So I hope you guys already know about the if else basics because we already seen it in our last class. In this video we are going to see it in a deeper way. So without any delay, let's go into the video. So to see even more about if else, let's create a new file and name it like if else part 2. In our last class itself, we have seen about if else, and now we are going to see even more about if else. So create the file and press enter and OK. Before getting deeper into the if else, you need to know some of the basic mathematical operations so that it will be really useful for you for the further studies and many more. So let's create a variable name a and let's assume the value as 5. Now we are going to apply some of the basic mathematical expressions like let's create another variable and let's give a modulo. That percentage symbol is called as modulo. So a modulo 2 is goes to the value b and print b. Now let's see what is the output. Now run the program and listen carefully. So we get the output as 1. Now let me change the digits. Instead of 5, let me give 6. So after giving 6, now I will run the code. And now the output is 0. What happens here? You don't need to worry. I'm just printing this for some of the basic things only, and I'll explain you very clearly later. Now, when I give the value 7 and print, I get the output as 1, and followed by 7 next I give 8, and when I give 8 and run the code, I get the value as 0. But whenever I give the even number, I get the value as 0, and whenever I give odd numbers, I get the value as 1. So what happens here? So let me explain this for you. Actually, this modulo symbol is a mathematical operator which helps us to take the remainder of a number. For example, if 8 divided by 2, the remainder will be 0. Similarly, if 7 divided by 2, the remainder will be 1. Because in 7, there are 3 2's. So 1 2 is 2, 3 2's are 6. So remainder there will be 1. It can't be divided, right? So this modulo symbol is a special character which helps us to take the remainder of a certain number. I hope you understand, but even if you doesn't understand also, there's no need to worry. We will be seeing many different types of examples and many different types of programs. By seeing many different types of examples, you will get it clearly. Now, let me explain this another thing. Instead of giving modulo symbol, I will give a slash. While giving slash operator, I get the output as 4. So, now literally what happens here? Actually, we get the output as 4, right? Because a slash 2. Because a has a value 8, 8 slash 2, and we get the value as 4. The program gives the value which how much time a 2 can be divided. Literally 8 divided by 2, we get the value as 4, right? Now the program is giving how many times a 2 can be divided from the a. A is 8. So in 8, 2 can be divided 4 times. And the remainder is 0. But we give the slash symbol. So the program just gives us how many times a 2 can be divided from the 8. So this is really simple. The modulo operator gives us the remainder and the slash operator gives us the quotient. So I hope you guys understand. For further understanding, let me explain this with an image. Literally, while giving the modulo operator, which means the percentage symbol, we get the output as the remainder 2. For example, this is the code. If 27, how many times a 5 can be divided? So if we give the slash symbol, we get the output as quotient. 5 times 5 can be divided by 27. And what could be the remainder? 2. So the percentage symbol, which means the modulo, helps us to take out the remainder and the slash operator helps us to take out the quotient. So I hope you guys understand clearly. So let's see with different types of numbers and let's try it out. So instead of giving 8, let's give some other number like 7 and just print the code. So yeah, we get the output as 3.5. It comes a decimal value because 7 divided by 2 is a 3.5. So instead of 2, let's give 3. We get the value as 2.33. It goes too many decimal values. And instead of slash operator, let's give modulo operator and let's see the output. Okay, 7 modulo 3 is 1 because in 7 only 2 times 3 can be divided and remainder will be 1. So I hope you guys understand these concepts. because we are going to see further more about these concepts, and we will come across these symbols operators in programming again and again, because these are some of the most important operators in programming. Now, here is a small task for you. Try it by yourself. The task is really simple. Do the same thing, like find the modulus of a number, but one small change. Do it by getting a user input. Instead of using a equal to 5 or 6, whatever it may be, give a user input like a equal to int input, and then you check the number and try it out. So I guess you would have do this. So pause the video and try it by yourself. So I hope you guys do the task which I gave to you. Now let me put the same thing for you. Now let me do it for you. Let's create a variable a, and instead of giving a value, let me give a input. Let me ask a user input like int input, and come to the next line, get a variable b equal to a modulo 2, and come to the next line and print b. Okay, fine. Now let's run the code. Now the same code, but we are doing with the user input, so that now we can give any number as we like. So the program has run. The program is asking for an input. A user give me some input so that I can print. So now let's give a even number like 8. So we get the answer as 0, because 8 modulo 2 is 0. Now let's give 7. 7 modulo 2 is 1. So we have to do the code, and we got the output, and it's completely right. So this is how we get the same thing, but with user input. So I hope you guys understand what we have done. Now, literally, now we are going to do a small task here. Actually, now we are going to write a program to find a number whether it is even or not. So that we are creating a variable a, and let's give some values. So let me give 6 here, and open if condition, and inside if condition, I'm giving a modulo 2 equal to 0, and print it is even. So I'm telling like, if the value which is inside a is modulo by 2, if the output comes 0, it is even number, else it is an odd number. And we give a even number with modulo 2, we get the answer as 0. And when we get the odd number with modulo 2, we get the answer as 1. So if the output is 0, we get even. If the output is not 0, it is an odd. So I hope you guys understand this basic concept. Now let's check this code whether it is right or wrong. Now let's run the code and see the output. So yeah, it is an even number, because 6 is an even number. 6 modulo 2 is of course 0. So we get the output as it is even. So instead of 6, if we give 7, what will happen? Let's see. Yeah, I get it is 1, because 7 modulo 2 is not equal to 0. So the if part doesn't get satisfied. So we get the statement which is inside the else part. So what is inside the else part? It is odd. So I hope you guys understand the concept and what happens here. So let me give a small task for you. So it's really simple. Find the numbers odd or even by using user input. Actually, we have done it, but now it's a small change. Instead of giving number in the program, give it by a user input. So instead of giving a, give int input and take it as a user input. It's really simple, but doing more questions and more examples make you good in coding. So try it by yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.